Yo guys, today we're going to watch the Avatar Aang versus Traveler what I call battle of death battle. Like I don't know much about Aang. No, I kind of know the scaling of Aang a bit. I don't think he's going to beat Ether at all. Like I don't watch Avatar, but I do play Genshin Impact, and I am a fan of Genshin Impact. If you really think about it, like, yeah, I'm just one of those rare fans that still likes Genshin. Even if it's like a toxic relationship, guys. Like I'm in a toxic relationship with Genshin. Like I cannot just what I call break it off. I'm already too deep in. It's gamble fallacy, bro. So yeah, we're going to see. I don't think of what I call Aang has any chance to defeat Ether unless they put some bullshit, bro, in the comics or something. But other than that, Ether should be very fast than Aang, and he has fought way more insane characters. Like we don't know how he defeated them if you really think about it in gameplay wise, but still it does put him realistically to those characters like Dottore and like Dottore or other gods like Irazu, like what you call Raiden and everything. But yeah, let's watch this and see how they're going to scale Ether, which is a game character, and the game is not even completed yet. Like he hasn't got cryo element yet. Like he's almost there too. Like they should have waited, to be honest, for this episode until our what you call Ether got his cryo abilities, or until like the story is about to finish for the Snaznayan one. But yeah, let's see.
Aang the Avatar versus Ether the Traveler.
Which journeyman will come out on top in this elemental battle?
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
They can go crazy if they pick some of the 5-star swords. Like some of the 5-star swords probably has some insane lore, right?
Water, earth, fire,
I
air.
already know.
Long ago, the
Like
four
it's probably going
nations
to
lived.
spoil me, but I already know a lot of Avatar. I don't think there's any more information they can spoil me, and I don't think Avatar is that the type of anime where if you get spoiled, it's going to ruin the enjoyment.
In harmony, united by a master of the elements, the Avatar.
This Avatar reincarnated as different people for centuries, all with their own struggles. And man, was that true for our boy Aang.
Not at first, of course, thanks to his master and guardian, Yatso.
As a cheeky little air nomad, Aang traveled the world causing shenanigans, all while learning to control the winds with air bending.
Based on the real-life martial art Baguazhang, airbending is the most spiritual of the four bending styles, focusing on evading and diverting attacks through circular motions. With even the smallest movement, Aang can create tornadoes, run like the wind, and block hypersonic explosions.
The perfect style for a twinkle-toed goofball like Aang. He even invented his own technique, the air scooter. How does he not fall off that thing?
Add in a glider staff for flight, and the sky was the limit. But you know how it goes. Everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
Nice.
Their conquest
The
spread.
populated everything changed when the Fire Nation
War
attacked. It's like that's
It
such
was
a
inevitable, and Aang was the only one who could save the world.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with all that.
It's
And
such a
being
popular
forcibly
line.
separated from Gyatso. He was
Iconic
just a
line.
kid. So he froze up. Like, literally, he accidentally froze himself and his adorable Sky Bison Appa for 100 years.
Until he was awakened by the Water Tribe siblings Katara and Sokka.
how did he even froze himself? Like did he unintentionally froze himself using waterbending? Because I thought that he learned waterbending later on. I don't think he has waterbending during this time.
Time wasn't kind to Aang's people. With no avatar to keep balance, the Airbenders, Aang's entire culture, were wiped out by the Fire Nation.
Oh, that's rough, buddy. But Aang took the wake-up call to heart.
As the Avatar, it's Aang's duty to understand the world's people. learning their cultures, their sadness, joy, and humanity.
And what better way to do that than learning how they kick ass?
From the Northern Water Tribe and his tween Crush, Aang learned water
Twin Crash.
bending. Themed around fluid Tai Chi movements, this style controls liquid in all forms to freeze targets, create water whips, and even cut through steel.
Learning earthbending was way tougher, but Aang's friend Toph taught him to stop being a wimpy pushover. Now he can armor himself in stone, move the terrain of
So
entire
what is Earth building based on?
cities, and fight blind with a sonar-style seismic sense.
Earthbending is themed around the steady stances of Hung Quen Kung Fu, waiting for the right moment to strike head on.
There was a lot to learn, but even with the world at stake and this moody hothead on his tail, Aang had fun doing it. Who could forget the adventures penguin sledding, going through the bending bayous, and living in Ba Sing Se, the city where no wars ever happened.
Yet across his journey, one power eluded Aang, the Avatar state, an enhanced mode of being that came to him in moments of peril.
Sure, if Aang dies in it, the Avatar cycle ends permanently, but who cares when it gives you enough power to wipe out a whole Avatar cycle ends permanently.
I just heard some insane information there.
Being that came to him in moments of peril.
Sure, if Aang dies in it, the Avatar cycle ends
If Aang dies in it,
permanently, but who
oh really? What the fuck?
Who cares when it gives you enough power to wipe out a whole Navy fleet?
Come on, Boomstick. The Avatar state is more than just a power amp.
Jocelyn, how long have you been standing there?
I've been here the whole time. I lurk where all Avatar talk is. Through the cosmic power of the Avatars before him and the ancient spirit Rava, Aang gains the knowledge and experience of all previous Avatars, greatly expanding his bending options.
It's just unfair.
Lava bending from Avatar Roku, sonic shouts from Avatar Yang Chen,
Wait, you mean he can lava bend?
and even more are theoretically available to him through their memories.
Oh, I get it. You can't just grind your way to controlling the Avatar state.
Right. If Aang wanted to stop Fire Lord Ozai, he needed something else.
He needed onion banana juice.
Yeah, technically, I suppose. Gross.
Specifically, Aang sought the guidance of Guru Patek. Mastering his power meant clearing
From past avatars and recent fire. I didn't know he has such things.
his chakras, emptying his mind of earthly attachments.
But it is must I think in terms of what I call durability, like in terms of overall stats, I think the Traveler is just has had way more high stats than Aang. But in terms of what I call elemental what I call manipulation, I would say Aang is better, to be honest.
Seems simple, but this also meant rejecting his feelings for Katara, the person he loved most.
When he had to
This also meant emptying his mind of earthly attachments. Seems power meant clearing his chakra. Specifically, Aang sought the guidance of Guru Patek. Mastering his power meant clearing his chakras, emptying his mind of earthly attachments. Seems simple, but this also meant rejecting his feelings for Katara, the person he loved most.
when he had to choose between the world or the girl, Aang followed
just
his
did-
heart, and it
just
didn't
did
end
good.
well.
Oh, really?
He got better. Aang was determined to understand the world's people, even the enemy Fire Nation. Something he accomplished thanks to the redeemed Prince Zuko, the Sun Warriors,
And these two honking dragons! Aang was scared of firebending, but it's totally awesome. It's not just about burning and blowing shit up. Okay, well it is, but there's so much more to it.
formed from the explosive movements of Shaolin Kung Fu.
Shaolin.
Firebending controls all manner of heat. And through the teachings of fire and water, he can
All
redirect
manners of
lightning
heat.
bending, a burst of atmospheric discharge shot at over 200,000 miles per hour.
Iroh, the best uncle ever, used his techniques to redirect natural lightning. So, you know it's the real deal. Not crazy enough? At his peak, Aang surpassed benders who could throw buildings, melt stone, and hold up this gigantic library solo. Whooping Ozai's butt should be no problem, right?
Not exactly.
What the fuck am I watching?
You see, the air nomads were pacifists who believed in the value of life above all. Being the last airbender, Aang didn't think his people were truly gone unless he went back on their teachings, meaning he really didn't want to kill Ozai.
So, what, he's just a coward now? Mr. Firelord is about to burn down the entire Earth Kingdom.
Not at all. Are you even listening? Aang Aang was simply at odds with what he wanted and what the world expected, so he needed to make a choice.
Right. In his greatest challenge yet, Aang discovered his true self, making his spirit unbendable and finally mastering the Avatar state.
Making him as strong as avatars who could cause hurricanes, tsunamis, and volcanic eruptions.
Or in Avatar Kyoshi's case, a new island. As in, she broke off nearly 30 square miles of a peninsula to form a new landmass. But to defeat Ozai, Aang needed one final element, something few avatars had bent before: energy bending.
Not the easiest
Energy bending, what the fuck?
thing to do, but Aang totally overwhelmed Ozai, severing the tyrant's connection to fire and stopping his invasion, all while keeping his no-kill run intact. The ultimate FU to
Yeah,
this warlord's
I know about this plot too. Yeah, I've been spoiled about this plot.
ideology.
And I heard a lot of people didn't like this plot because it kinda gives up Aang a way out of his choices, and he, yeah, in a way he didn't need to make like, he was given two choices that he doesn't want to follow. Either not don't want to follow, but he needs to choose, because one, he needs to kill Ozai so that the world is safe, but one, he doesn't want to kill Ozai to uphold his principles, which is, yeah, but somehow he got another option that can satisfy him, that is the turtle. And it's not like he got that option through effort or anything, right? I think like he got it by luck.
Now that the Fire Nation had cooled off,
Ugh.
Aang led a new era of peace with the United Republic of Nations, a place where all
my
people
God, my
could
voice.
prosper, and where a new generation and a new avatar would take the reins.
He even got hitched with Katara. Take that, Zutara shippers!
Zutara shippers.
Will end you.
For all his doubts, Aang fulfilled the Avatar's destiny and then some, and he did it in a way that was true to who he was.
What about the adult one?
Because before being the
Are
Avatar,
they going to talk the adult version?
or even an airbender, the greatest thing he could ever be was himself. All in a day's work for a free, fun-loving kid.
Oh, they're not going to talk about the adult version. What the hell?
The battle is coming up thanks to this episode's sponsor, DraftKings Casino.
I thought they're going to talk about the adult version.
Isabel.org only.
Is the adult version? I don't know. Maybe there's no higher scaling in the adult, in the what you call it, the other version, because that, and they didn't even go with the comics, huh? That's so rare of them.
Add extra barbecue
Wait,
sauce.
they don't even talk about how fast he is, and they don't talk about his speed and destruction capabilities and everything. What the heck? I didn't see anything of that.
Astra Abasask. Welcome to Tevat, a mysterious land governed by godly archons that drew the eye of someone beyond the stars, Ether.
AKA the Traveler, who escaped his dying world with his sister Lumine in search of the flowers that bloomed on their lost home, only to crash land, awaken to an apocalypse, and get cubed by this jerk.
Separated from his sister, Ether awoke, again,
I
in
don't
a new...
know how much they're going to spoil some of the stories. Age thousands. Yep, that sounds right.
less apocalyptic age, and fished up his own pathetic pet pixie, Paimon.
Yeah, she makes for good emergency food. With his new guide, Traveler to the windy country of Mondstadt to find his link to the past, but got a Breath of the Wild glider instead.
And his first element, Animo, letting him make air slashes, tornadoes, and of course...
Windblade! But guess what? Traveler wasn't the only one with a power like this. Tevat was full of blessed people wielding these relic things called visions.
Vision bearers can imbue their weapons and bodies with elemental power, summon items, and use a special, well, vision to...
I didn't even think about the vision thing. Like, he probably can sense the Aang manipulating the element using, because in the end, the elemental energy are just elements. So yeah.
Perceive the elements around them.
Normally,
Like, if we use verse equalization, then technically Aang is using elemental energy to manipulate, to ban all the elements in a way.
They're limited to a single element, but Traveler is just built different. Through Paimon's guidance, he began collecting elements from mysterious statues across Tibet. No vision relic needed for him.
Each nation had a new culture, a new element, a new crisis.
And new character banners. When asked to play a sleuth for a murder case in Liyue, Traveler wasn't interested. A corpse couldn't tell him where his sis was, but he was roped in anyway and got the Geo ability to form rock constructs and eruptions of Earth.
When Ether ventured to Inazuma, he didn't care about its war with the Vision Band.
Yeah, I actually agree. He actually generally didn't give a fuck. Like, he generally I did not come to start a rebellion. Yeah, he really just want to fulfill his goal in trying to fight his sister, but you know, I think they will tell us.
Errors in their Archon either, until he saw the suffering caused by its tyrannical rule, and joined the resistance with electro abilities, fighting the powers that be using electric buzzsaws, thunder blades, and lightning.
He even learned to dodge lightning. Other electro users like my wife Lisa
Dodge
can
lightning.
conjure storms. No shock when my adopted daughter Klee made explosions that raised mountains. Traveler met all kinds of people like
Yeah, Traveler is probably lightning speed, but I feel like I feel like he should be relativistically to light speed. I don't know. I feel like it would be weird.
this. You know, Twinks.
Yeah, Tibet has its own laws, Boomstick. Many twinks being one of them. Maybe 2 or 3 of them, actually.
Ringmaster.
Shut up, Wiz. This guy's been playing Genshin since launch.
I know everything there is to know about the Genshin meta. Either can mix elements for different reactions.
Genshin meta. Okay, let's not talk about the meta in.
Basically, big elemental combinations. Geo crystallizes materials into special barriers.
Barriers. I didn't even think about it.
Electro mixed with water stuns foes. Animo spreads
Since crystallize is so bullshit, it's so weird, so useless.
elements around in swirls of destruction. Boom!
Like how I combine beer and gunpowder.
Exactly, Boomstick. Using Dendro, Traveler can form plant life that, when mixed with water and lightning, makes homing beams. Yeah, run
Homing
from
beam.
that. With enough clever thinking and artifact farming, you can combine anything in Genshin.
Okay, we get it. Go lose another 50-50, you whale.
I'll show you a whale. Drop one on your lap next time you're not looking.
In Sumeru, Traveler later beat Scaramouche, an edgy catboy with multiple elements at his
Edgy cat boy. Technically, he's not wrong.
fingertips, all in a time loop that got repeated 168
Yeah, I
times.
forgot about this.
Speaking of
The loop.
time, Ether had control of more than just his own future. Tibet's fate fundamentally changed in ways small and grand, all through his unending willpower.
Because the Traveler was a
descender.
descender, someone unbound by the land's destiny. Even this big tree that records all of the world's events had no idea he existed.
Like when he helped defy the judgment of a biblical flood in Fontaine, where he
Biblical
mastered
flood.
Hydro for his best Cuphead impression.
This is so bad. But he I don't know what they think with the Hydro. Like, at least Pyro, he is kind of useful. But Dendro is still probably one of his best, his best elements so far, because the only way for them to replace Ether is using Nahida, which is an Archon, mind you.
With water bullets.
Heck, a dinosaur chose not to blow up the world just because Paimon and Traveler befriended it. If that wasn't cool enough, Traveler can, unrelated, turn into a dinosaur. Hell yeah!
Wait, no way we're going to use that. Oh my god, no way we're going to use this as an ability.
Oh, look at him. Wonder if I could get a dinosaur on my Genshin team.
Through these legally distinct Pokemon, Ether can fly, dig through the earth, or charge
Right.
foes like a Jurassic bull. He traveled across the land, searching far and wide, and finally stopped swinging that one-star dull blade.
Instead, picking up the prototype Rancor, which he wields like a beast thanks to the Swordmaster Skirk, and several straight
Oh, they're talking about Skirt? Damn, so they're really actually going to... Oh yeah, they're showing other sauce here. But Traveler is going to get his signature sword from the leaks. So it's kind of sad that they should have waited, to be honest. Like, they should have waited for Snezrai to come, and I feel like that's the best marketing for them to actually release this fight.
days of training. What a grind set! Still, Traveler's Cyst kept eluding him, choosing to hang in the shadows with these Gluminati folk.
A group from Conria, the nation cursed by the gods for messing with the Abyss. Unbeknownst to Ether, his sister had already traveled to Vat in a journey that mirrored his own.
And at the end, she found... Well, we don't really know. Not yet, at least. But whatever it is got her to side with the creepy villains. Lot twist!
Eventually, Ether reached the nation of Natlan to fight in its never-ending war with the Abyss. He gained the Pyro element, learning to launch fireballs and explosions combined of flame with lightning.
He didn't just dabble in fancy pyrotechnics. By connecting with the people there, Traveler achieved Night Soul's Blessing, a power-up state fueled by primordial element juice, strong enough to make a blade of fire hundreds of feet long. Hell yeah, that's strong enough to take down the heart of the Abyss, which is on the level of 5-star waifus like Mawika and the Raiden Shogun.
An Archon who, in ages past,
Oh, they're going to scale Ether like this, huh? Okay, shit. They actually because he did together with Mawika able to defeat the dragon, which is because to be honest, I still think Raiden is still one of the current strongest so far, the current strongest Archon. Like, I will argue Zhongli and Mawika and also the Sarisa. I think the Sarisa is probably the strongest, but we haven't seen her yet to kinda say it. Because from what I know, it seems that she has power of life. And she's going to fight Ronova, mind you. Ronova is a high level is a different level of power than Raiden.
Yashiori Island in 2.
That's cool, but how about when this Venti guy threw a whole-ass mountain? According to Paimon, Traveler can level a mountain himself.
Paimon and Jukim kicked this thing full force. He gets strong enough to level mountains, but the door didn't even budge. Oh, whoa, okay.
Additionally, Ether learned how to use light energy to form a Kuvaki shield, something he used to protect the people of Nodcry by blocking a cannon blast with enough energy to obliterate a town.
This was no ordinary...
Are they going to scale his speed with this thing? This is technically light. like generally, like it's energy. So since it is energy and everything, it's technically light.
Cannon either. It also uses Kavaki energy, so that's...
Like a steering beam of light. Oh yeah, he's a light speed.
a beam of light.
Through all his adventures, Ether had come to genuinely care for Tevat's people. Maybe one day he will reunite with his sister, but for now, he's fighting...
It's already reunite. It's just... It's not about reunion or anything. It's about them having a conversation or properly be together instead of just keep meeting each other.
For a whole new world. His new home.
Ooh, you need a higher adventure rank for that.
Don't you worry, gang. I dumped all my savings into Primo Gems for this. We can't miss when those ice guys trying to kill the Traveler inevitably warm up to him. Still got it.
Oh, so that's why you're broke as shit.
To Ether, the journey has meaning. The birds of Tevat, the songs of its people, they are all part of it. Even if he's against the Abyss itself, a new dawn is somewhere just beyond the stars.
Dawn?
And a field of flowers
Finon?
blooming to love.
I cannot. Look, whenever I hear Dawn, I just think Finon. like if there's a character that symbolizes Dawn, then Finon is that character.
The battle's about to start, and if you like death battle music, some of your favorite battle tracks are coming to a collectible
Composer
Show this song.
from
It makes a
this album before August.
get a dis.
Let's watch this.
All right, the combatants are.
Like,
set.
I'm
We've run the
supporting
data
Ether.
through all-
Like, I'm a Genshin fan, not Avatar fan. So yeah, go Ether.
all possibilities.
Beat that twink with your twink powers.
It's time for a death battle!
Like, is this going to be close? Oh damn, no setup. Huh? Like usually Death Battle has setup whenever they fight.
Two elements?
Holy, that's good. Oh yeah, he transformed into
Cute!
and you get to get. Never mind. I guess that's his fighting style then. Not fighting seriously. Damn, the animation is all for the sonar. Oh, the Traveler has elemental sight. Traveler, he really doesn't talk, huh? Oh, that's cool. What the hell? Oh, damn.
What's going on? Paimon goes treasure hunting for 2 minutes now. Everything is going kaboom.
Oh, the missile. The homing missiles.
Cool glider. Can it do this?
Oh, what the hell? Ooh. Yeah, that's so.
Come on, traveler. Get up. Never, ever, ever stop moving
Why Paimon here?
forward. Remember.
No one fights alone.
No one fights alone. What's up with the dialogues for the Traveler? Oh, I'm about to say it now. I think the problem that Traveler doesn't really have any transformation.
For those who came before, and those who will follow. I am Avatar Aang, the last airbender.
Yeah, like the only problem is that like Aang just has way more versatility when it comes to manipulating the elements.
Take this!
Oh, the Kumaki.
Through the heights and shallows. Through infinite dusks and dawns!
Oh, that's kind of cool. Yo, thank God. I was scared for a second. I was scared for a second there. Holy. I was scared Ethan was going to die.
Way to go, traveler. But does this mean no treasure?
Whoa, the animation is so...
And but dailies are done. What a miss.
This was an interesting pairing, so let's break this down by power, experience, speed, and element.
Experience. Elements is only Avatar though. Like it's like that's. Well, I think the difference is that we also have other elements like Dendro, right? And also we can manipulate light, in a way.
First up, power. Aang and Traveler could both change the terrain of entire cities, and we're way stronger than characters that can break mountains. But at their peak, they're both tearing up islands.
Aang's avatar state made him on par with Kyoshi, who created and moved the island
Yeah.
of Kyoshi. Similarly, Night Soul's blessing let Ether contend with Archon-level foes like the Raiden Shogun, who split Yashiori Island in two.
With an attack that even Vision Bearers weaker than Traveler can block. So he's definitely on that level.
Kyoshi Island is over 6 miles wide and long. Kyoshi moved the island 17 miles offshore in 2 seconds. So we have everything we need to calculate the amount of kinetic energy this would require.
Turns out it's basically the same as cutting through Yashiori Island. About 3,000 gigatons of TNT.
Really?
So their power is tied up.
Which means comparing their experience is crucial.
Either
To be honest, that feat is just a minor feat if you really think about it. Like that's such a small feat. Like you, like I feel like if they actually get serious, I feel like the power of Raiden. But that's the only. Like I think that the reason is that's the only feat, Raiden feat that we can actually calculate.
Mastered more elements than Aang, but the Avatar state gave Aang centuries of knowledge.
With the memories and abilities of past avatars, Aang's kit was so extensive in a way Ether had no real answer for.
Not to mention, Aang's training was more focused. Traveler is skilled, sure, but his training was mostly just a means to finding his sister, while Aang's journey was all about mastering elements to combat other elements.
Experience narrowly goes to Aang. However,
Narrowly.
another important factor to consider is speed.
In terms of mobility, both could roughly match the other. If Traveler was immobilized with earthbending, he could just dig his way out as a dinosaur.
And Aang's airbending and glider meant he could easily counter Ether if he took flight.
But in terms of raw reaction speed, Traveler had it in the bag. Aang bending away lightning is crazy fast, but Traveler could dodge lightning much earlier in his journey, and now he can block that light-speed Kuvaki laser.
Yeah.
While lightning can move over 200,000 miles per hour, a beam of light can move 186,000 miles
His
per
light speed.
second.
Over 3,000 times faster than Aang. Traveler takes speed by a landslide.
So this all came down to the elements. Who could turn the forces of nature against the other?
At first, I actually thought this was Aang's dub.
Ether's elemental control is remarkable, but most of his attacks are projectiles, spires, and very specific implements that
Yeah, it's not versatile. Like the way he manipulate the elements are very very raw. All I can say.
Aang has bent away in the past. Ether has never shown the precision or creative flexibility
precision.
that we've seen with Aang's bending.
But throw in the combos of elemental reactions and the script flips. Traveler could mix not just his elements, but also Aang's in ways that Aang could not. Bending was Aang's greatest strength, but also, against Traveler, a weakness.
Because Aang usually had one or more elements around him, it gave Ether an easy access point through these combinations. When Aang used fire,
That's what happened. I didn't realize what happened.
Ether an easy access point.
So he put the element into it. Ah, I didn't even realize it. He put the element onto the Aang's element. I didn't realize what happened here.
Combinations. When Aang used fire, Ether could use lightning to catch him in an overload. If Aang used water, Traveler's electrocharge could paralyze him, and so on.
This isn't just a gameplay thing. Genshin characters like the lovely Lisa canonically say this is how the elements work.
And unlike Aang, Ether has fought multiple people who can use multiple elements.
Yes.
The longer the fight went on, the more Ether would trip Aang up with these combinations, some of which Aang could not bend.
Aang could redirect lightning, sure, but what about electro buzzsaws, or an electrified tornado, or dendroblasts of
Electro Tornado. Like, what are you going to do with that? Like, I feel like Electro Tornado is just impossible physically.
pure plant energy?
The Kavaki shield especially gave Ether a strong defense to fall back on. Since it was made of pure light, Aang had no way to remove it outside of brute force.
By comparison, Aang's wind barrier wouldn't block Traveler's elements. It would actually merge with them and create more combos that would target Aang himself. Not a great situation to be in.
And since Ether's powers came from external earthly sources, like those statues,
Yes.
Aang could not depower him with energy bending, even if he theoretically overcame Ether's willpower.
Oh damn, they're actually not going to do reverse equalization for this. Like, I genuinely think that he's going to shut down his element somehow. Like, imagine that, right?
Willpower that is strong enough to alter the fate of the
To be honest, even without the elements, I think the Traveler with that speed, he wouldn't, like, realistically, Aang will not have a chance to even activate his airbending and everything. Like, yeah, Ether is very combat centric than Aang. Like Aang, I know he's good at fight and martial arts, but I don't know. I don't know much about Aang, to be honest. But the Traveler has a lot of, like, if they include his experience in traveling the stars, like, that is a different type of experience there.
entire world. Sorry, Aang, but elements goes to the Traveler, cinching his victory. Either way you cut it, he was in his element.
And even then, look at this.
The Traveler, cinching his victory.
Like oh well, if yeah, Aang would have win if the elements won.
victory. Either way you cut it, he was in his
I mean, experience is kind of unfair in a way. Like they didn't really talk about Ether's experience as someone has lived for thousands of years.
element.
The winner is the Traveler, Ether.
But this it was
Okay, I'm ready for my cameo. Oh. Oh.
oh, what? I don't understand.
Next time on
Who's next
Death
time?
Battle.
What's this? This Ninjago? Oh, it's Ninjago. Kai versus
Subscribe and join.
Kai's versus I don't know who is that. I didn't see any. I don't know. Like I've seen some leaks about Death Battle, not leaks, but more like prediction about what characters Death Battle is going to pit against, and Traveler is one of them. So I didn't expect this. I didn't see this character. But yeah, let's see the comment and what they think. Someone said hero got slimed for 10 primals. That's rough, buddy. Imagine imagine the reason Ether was fighting Traveler in the first place because it was a commission. It's like a 9 week for Avatar 9/11 week. Whoa. Oh, I get it. I was a local legend. We actually okay. Okay, that actually makes sense. Yo, my god. Yo, that's actually very good reason for him to say he's a local legend. Oh my god. What more? Sambra and you were strong, then they really lowball to make this as fair as possible. Yeah, I know, right? Like they really lowball him as much as possible to make it fair. Like if we highball on the Traveler, like dude, just imagine like Aang will not have a chance at all. Like they really lowball him so much. For Aang, it wasn't fun for his life. For Ita, it was an evil wolf fight project. Having casino sponsor you a Genshin episode is somewhat fitting. True. I didn't know there was a casino sponsor because I skipped the sponsor. As for the sponsor by Paramount. Always find interesting when a non-video game character gets confronted with video game mechanics like status elements. We gathered here today in preparation of what will be absolute mask of Aang by the Traveler. We gathered here today to celebrate the life of Avatar Aang. They didn't even skill the Tory. This was a slaughter. Yeah! They didn't even skill the Tory. That's actually insane. Let's read this. To be fair, Kasiwa, he lost to the Tory and he wasn't even able to use his full potential when Ito beat him. So Skipper even more had to. What do you mean? He was in his full potential when he fought Dottore. What do you mean? He has the Triune authority, mind you. No, it wasn't about beating Dottore. It was about bringing Columbina back if Columbina didn't go through Moon. But back when Dottore has no control over the Moon Mirror, or if Ito is brought to the same level as him, you even Ito even knocking off the internet during the absolute bullying he unleashed on Dottore. Well, the Torre was low-key planetary, even with one of the three moons being fate. No way really was able to do anything on him on his own. Bro, just scaling him to Venti would be more than enough. You couldn't scale him with the Torre because he never fought him fully one-on-one. Well, true. I guess that makes sense. But even if 1v1, the fact that it doesn't matter if he able to fight him in equal footing even with people, it will mean it will put the Traveler relativistically with Dottore. That's how scaling works. You can even then pick scale above Colomina who move from planet to planet. On their first bout, he managed to almost break his shield and neither of them managed to get a clean hit on each other. On the second bout, they both used everything they got and still neither of them managed to get a clean hit on each other, with the fight ending with either getting off guard from a dirty hybrid trapped by Dottore. That's actually which he was able to resist. On their final yeah. This one, I think this is this is from the when he escaped from the turret. And on the final, it was pretty much the same as the last two, except everyone was holding Ether back just by being there. He even had to take a full blast from the turret to put the turret, and the first shifted to Ether's son was Kalunda came and played support and Ether not of the two mirror with Clement taking down for the fire. So what we get from this, yeah, it means you are a lapper. Okay, do not talk about my good just because you don't know how to scale him from the false moon god turret. So now in a world case, Ether encountered an even stronger hypergravity that even constantly getting yeah. In a world quest. Like that gravity looks insane. Yeah, literally and literally no defeat the entire Avatarverse. It's like Goku fighting random Viltrumite, lol. Who is Dottore? Okay. Add higher. Okay, this I guess this is that this is a reference of Edward Edric versus Aang. I'm sorry, Aang, but five Pro Gems. Sambra, you think people even Early Glazers forget to mention is that it can only tap into the knowledge and ability of person while the in avatars. So for the majority of that, it's only Aang's abilities. Yeah. Like it's only in the avatar state where where experience where his experience actually tops Ether. But even then, Ether just live way more longer, to be honest. Look, I didn't like the experience thing. I feel like Ether has way more experience in fighting characters, and yeah, the experience in bending is different. Like they should be put in the element level, the element thing. Like I generally think that experience should be Ether and element should be the traveler. If I really to be honest, and the Aang. Yeah, that's what I think. But then again, the traveler has reactions, which is which the avatar doesn't have. The Ether also have Kuvaki and also Dendro, which also the avatar doesn't have. Then they really lowball him. It is it is so much stronger. Honestly, they have Storm versus Ether at this point. The avatar Slayer Storm, oh my god, don't do that. Oh my god. A Marvel character? No, don't put Marvel characters against Ether. Ether hasn't go up to the verse just yet. Hmm. Also, no one could predict that next time. Robo versus Ether. No, what do you mean Robo versus Ether? Robo will defeat Ether. Like, I am a Genshin fan, but even I know how to skill Robo properly, bro. Like, Robo just has way more feats better than Ether, if you really think about it. Like, bro, he was fighting some universal characters. Like, I know he using the. It doesn't matter if he use. I don't know about the current one, but the Electro Robo, but Robo should be stronger than Ether. More like a problem macam gacha character versus gacha character because they follow a mechanic and kit. That's true. Video game character are crazier than movie ones. Though some of the session could be Sora versus Lich King. Think they can wait until two got their full power and also don't think it would be fun to watch Robo versus the as a protagonist. Yeah, I think Ashesha protagonist is way more plausible. Yeah, Robo versus Kaitless or the trade or Stell is way more plausible than Ether. Ether is very low, but it's very like I don't like it's kind of hard to even put him in planetary, but it's different from the Trailblazers because they are just naturally broken in terms of abilities. And I don't but the Trailblazer ability is so hard to scale though. If you really think about it, like how do you scale the Trailblazer's ability with finality? And he can make she can make a wish with on the Stellaron, but still. No, that is goddamn good animation. No AI just can match that level. Really? Is it good animation? I feel like I guess for me the animation is okay. Yeah, it was very hard to keep up. And I feel like the composition there can be more better. Oh yeah, I just realized and God, God, no God, she didn't get Donut, but he got Goju. Lobo Ito still he still won. Yeah, they Lobo Ito so much. Like they eat dude. It's insane how much they lowball Ito in this fight. Like there's so much other things that can show Ito's power, like the world quest, other world quests, the boss. Like yeah. Like if they put durability in, if they put durability in on Ether, I don't think the what you call I don't think Aang even injured him that much, to be honest. And stamina too. Like there's so much things to talk about. Like they can put so many stats and Ether could win. Like, and they lowball him so hard. But yeah, I think that's all from me. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please subscribe and please share the video to see more of my content. And yeah, peace out.